All right. How's your Raya preparation? I heard that some of you guys still have labs this week, right? So yeah, I hope that I hope that you guys are well prepared. Okay. All right. So for today's class, we will cover the abstract section of our research article along with the introduction and literature review sections, and also language focus on verbs. Okay. Because I had to cancel a class last week because I had an urgent matter to attend to, so I was not able to make it in time. And so I decided that maybe it's best that I cover abstract today because it's not much actually on abstract because it's just like it's like a basic thing. It's like a very basic thing that I think all of you know what it is. Um, so yeah, we'll cover that today. Okay, but before I start, I need you to go over to ITEL under week 2. If you see there on ITEL, I have provided a link for your section, in particular section 3. I've provided a link that directs you to Google Drive. Okay, and I need you to upload your course registration and MOET slips. Okay, preferably by today, right after the class ends. So I need you to upload your course registration and MOET slips. To do so, you just need to create a folder using your name and your metric number, and then just upload your slips accordingly. Okay, because by 7th of April, if I'm not mistaken, you are no longer allowed to drop the course. Okay, so it is really, really important that all of you have MOET bands for above in order for you to enroll into this course, because I had cases before, not my class but my colleague's class, where the student was not supposed to enroll into that advanced English course, but they did it anyway because they didn't know that they were enrolling into the wrong course. So make sure that you enrolled into the right course. This is an advanced English course. Okay, so make sure that you're properly enrolled into it, because if you have Muet Ben, say Muet Ben 2 or Muet Ben 3 or Muet Ben, not Muet Ben 4. Okay, so you need to take proficiency English class rather than advanced English course. All right, so any of you here who are Ben 3 maybe, or Ben 2, below Ben 4 lah, any of you? Anyone? No, most of you got Ben 4 and above, right?
Yes.
Yes, doctor.
Yes.
Okay, if anyone has band 3, okay, or not, I mean yang bukan band 4 lah. Okay, band 4 above, band 3, band 2, band 1. Okay, please drop the course. You need to drop the course and enroll into proficiency English course. Okay, so yeah, I hope that all of you here are enrolling into the right course. But please, anyway, please do upload your slips accordingly. All right. Okay, what else? Yeah. All right. So I think without further ado, let's start. Okay, let's just start. I'll be sharing my screen now. Wait, but before that, as for your attendance links, there are a total of 30 of you here. Okay, 30 students. So your attendance links will be given towards the end of the class. Okay, meaning I'm expecting a total of 30 students as the class ends. All right. There will be two attendance links that you need to sign for week 2 last week and for today, okay, week 3. So there are two links that you need to sign. All right. As for next week, you will have your PTG, meaning we will have offline class. We won't have class next week, but I'll give you exercises and practices to do. The deadline usually lasts for about a week, so no worries. You can find some time to work on those exercises. Okay, but still, I will keep you posted on the kind of exercises that you will be doing next week. All right. What else? Yeah, before I forgot. Okay. Macam itu saja. Okay, I think that's it. But if I happen to remember anything, I will let you know right away. Okay, I will be sharing my screen now. Okay, without further ado. Okay, so I hope you can see my screen here. All right. Okay, I'm not feeling really well actually. So you'll hear me coughing and sneezing along the way. So bear with me. Okay, the heat wave is no joke. Panas betul. Okay, so I hope that all of you are, all of you are doing well back at home. Okay, don't forget to drink enough water, drink plenty of water. Okay, have your meals during sahur or breakfast. Okay, drink plenty of water. Okay, to keep you hydrated and to combat the heat wave symptoms together. All right. Okay, now let's continue. Okay, so I hope that you've done some reading into the abstract section of a research article. Okay, kalau tiada pun action-action sajalah macam ada. Okay, okay. So the research report I think we've covered previously back in week 1, right? So I'm not gonna recap this. Okay, I will just straight away continue with the abstract. Okay, by the way, I am only seeing my screen here. Okay, I am only able to see my screen and I'm not able to see your chats. Okay, so I hope that if I ask questions, please speak up. Okay, utilize that mic of yours. Okay, so please speak up and provide me with an answer. All right, I expect active participation from everyone. Okay, I'm unable to see the chat box, so I won't know what your responses are. All right, so please speak up and provide me an answer. Okay, no worries. Jangan malu-malu. Okay, no need to be afraid if your answer is right or wrong. Okay, because we're learning from one another, right? And I want to learn from you just as much as you learn from me. So no worries. Okay, the abstract, a summary of important information. Okay, now what is an abstract? An abstract is a summary of the whole research report and it contains important information such as the background and the research aim, the methodology, the key results, the discussion and implication. Now, if you take a look at the research articles that you have probably selected for your project paper assignment, you will see that all research articles, if not most, most research articles, if not all, have an abstract. Okay, it is really important that a research article has an abstract because it provides an overview of what the research is about. Okay, and it has important information, although concise. Okay, such as background, so what the study aims to do, the methodology implied in the study, the key results or the expected key results. Okay, along with the discussion, implications. Okay, the conclusion. Okay, so it is it is like a paragraph. Usually, it is written in the form of a paragraph where it provides like a gist of what the study is going to be about. Okay, and the abstract is important because it serves as the first thing that readers will take a look at before deciding on whether or not that article is worth to be selected for their studies, for example. Okay, for example, it's the same as it's the same as you looking for skincare products. Okay, especially dekat mau raya ni, semua pun mau kulit cantik, mau gorgeous, flawless. Okay, so for example, okay, you're taking a look at skincare products, and you need to first see you will first see the ingredients, okay, and see whether the ingredients you need whether the ingredients listed are suitable Okay, suitable with what you need for your skin. For example, it must have water. For example, it has to have niacinamide, retinol. Okay, whatever those things are. So it's the same as an abstract. Okay, it's the same as an abstract. A researcher usually, if they want to, if they want to get the materials for their studies, they need to they need to refer to other studies first. Okay, and so they will read the abstract in order to see whether whether the variable whether the variables pertinent to those studies are relevant to what they are going to do. Okay, for example, maybe they want to do something on knowledge, attitude, and behavior. For example, three variables and how they impact service quality. So all in all, that makes four variables. Okay, and so each variable will be studied. Okay, and in order to study this variable, it's important to find or to read other studies first or other published research articles. Okay, but they can't simply just take all, right? So they need to do some screening, and by doing some screening, they would read the abstract. So yeah, like I said, it's the same. It's the same as purchasing makeup products, for example, or skincare products. Okay, so you take a look at ingredients, see whether see whether there are ingredients that you want. Okay, that's related to your needs, for example. Okay, because I find that's easier to relate to that. Okay, now this information, okay, such as the research aim, the background, the methodology, the key results, yada yada. Okay, this information may differ according to disciplinary practices and journal requirements. Okay, I believe that most of you here are engineering students and some of you are TESOL students. Okay, so if you take a look at engineering research articles, okay, you will find like some sort of difference, okay, compared to that of TESOL research article, okay, because there is a disciplinary variation in the picture, so you may see like certain differences, but only pertinent to the respective fields. Okay, because yet again, all this important information, okay, like the research aim, the purpose, the methodology, implications, and whatnot, they're still there. Okay, regardless. Okay, now if we take a look at the main purpose of an abstract, okay, the main purpose is to contextualize and describe your work in a concise and easily understood manner to ensure that your scientific work is found and read by your intended audience. All right. So this is the same as looking at ingredient lists for skincare products, okay, or makeup products, for example. All right. So yeah, you are the intended audience in that case. Now, this is the typical flow of information in an abstract. As you can see, it has general background, it has specific background. There's also a knowledge gap and the methodology, which is really important, the results, and also the implications. Okay, as you can see here, a knowledge gap. I think we will further take a look at knowledge gap later. So if you take a look at at the flow in an abstract, you will see that there is a general background first. Okay, it's something that's very general. It's more like an opening sentence, and then there is the specific background in which you perhaps indicate what the study is going to do, what the study is about, okay, the aim, the questions to be answered, and whatnot. There's the knowledge gap, as in the research gap, what you're trying to fill. What you're trying to actually fulfill, okay, that makes your study different from other studies. There's also the methodology, which is of course really important because it's really important that you highlight the methodology in an abstract. Okay, you don't need to be in, you don't need to explain the methodology in detail, but it's enough to just provide your readers with a gist of the methodology employed in that study. Okay, this is followed by the results, just the key results, no need to be too detailed as well, and most importantly, the implications. All right, because the reader wants to know what's so special about this paper or this study that makes it relevant to be used as a reference. Okay, so that's why the implications are important in an abstract. Okay. All right, take a look at different guidelines plot. Take a look at different guidelines to prepare an abstract. So this is in the course handbook. We will take a look into that later. The same goes for this one. Okay, sample abstract, determine the types of information, identify the verbs. Okay, we will take further look at verbs. Maybe before the class ends. All right, so we'll just focus more on the abstract, the introduction, and literature review for now. Okay. All right. Am I going too fast? Anyone? Am I going too fast?
No,
No, that's
doctor.
okay.
Okay, so all of you can keep up with me. Okay, if I'm going too fast, if I talk too fast, okay, just tell me to slow down. Okay, jangan takut saya kecil hati ke apa. Okay, just let me know. Okay, treat me like a friend. All right. Okay, now if you see part two of the course handbook on the research report, okay, this is like a more detailed version of my explanation earlier. Okay, the abstract can be thought of a summary, um, can be thought of as a summary of the research report. It appears at the beginning of a research paper after the title and names and affiliations of researchers. Okay, so if you take a look at the annotated research report here, you will see that yeah, this is the title. Okay, this is like a common style of research paper. There's the title, and then there's the authors, and followed by the abstract. Okay, so yeah, this is the typical structure, okay, the typical format or style of a research report. Okay, now the abstract should give the readers of an sorry the abstract should give the readers an idea of what the study is about. It should also present information that's important, especially those that will convince readers to go over the whole research report. Some of the results and discussion should also be included in the abstract. So these are the common components of an abstract that can be used as a basis for analysis for the project paper, because you will be doing assignment on I mean you'll be doing an assignment on project paper, right? So you can use these components, okay, for your analysis. All right, typically the abstract would contain the following information. Okay, such as the background, the purpose, the method, the results, and conclusion. This information is considered standard to abstracts, hence they may not be explicitly mentioned. Researchers are expected to already know what to include in an abstract. Okay, now let's further look into the application. Different journals require different lengths. Let us consider some guidelines taken from journals regarding the abstract. So, this one, for example, this is from the Journal of Food Science. Okay, as you can see, the abstract requires that the text does not exceed 250 words. All acronyms and abbreviations are defined, no citation. Okay, step in one paragraph, what was done, how it was done, major results, and conclusions. So that's the Journal of Food Science. However, for the Journal of um, for the Journal of Pragmatics, okay, the abstract should be concise and factual with a maximum length of 200 words. It should state briefly the purpose of the research, the principal results, the major conclusion. It has to be standalone. Okay. No references to the literature, but can be cited. Okay. So these are all, as you can see, there are different requirements to different journals, meaning before publishing a paper, you need to take a look at the requirements of the journal that you intend to publish your paper in. Okay, so yeah, so this is related to journal differences. Okay. Besides being written in a paragraph, abstracts can also take on a structured form. This type of abstract presents information as separate parts. Okay, this is from the JAMA Dermatology Journal. As you can see, the abstract for this journal in particular has headings. Okay, it comes with headings because first the reports should have an abstract of not more than 250 words using the below headings. Okay, the headings listed below. Now for this journal it requires a maximum of 350 words. Okay, as for this one it requires 200 words only, and this is only 250 words. All right, so that's one of the differences in different journals. Now, in this journal, okay, it's different from the two examples here because the abstract for these journals should be written using headings. And surprisingly, the abstract is so detailed, again, so thorough, okay, and it's almost like you're reading a report. All right. So okay, so let's take a look at the heading. For example, the importance, okay, the objective, the design, the setting, the participants, interventions for clinical trials, okay, main outcomes and measures, results, conclusions, and relevance. Now, this is more applicable to scientific journal because the purpose is to serve the scientific community, and the scientific community requires a more thorough elaboration of studies, and that's why the abstract is different from that, from those of social sciences journals. Okay, and that's why you also see that there are so many details in the abstract. Okay, it's almost like you're reading a whole report. Okay, so yeah, but honestly, if it were up to me, I would prefer this kind of abstract because when reading a whole paragraph can be confusing. Reading a whole paragraph can be confusing. Okay, although it's brief, although it's just a paragraph, but it is to me complex. Okay, so I just find that this is easier because it has headings. So if I need to, for example, if I just want to refer to the results, I can go all the way to the results heading here, and then I can just do my analysis or just do my review here. So yeah, that's my preference. But this is not common in social sciences. Okay, such an abstract is not common in social sciences, although there are some journals that require such a format, but it's not common in social sciences. But this is more common in sciences, in the sciences field. Okay, all right. So we'll do this activity together. Let us consider the kinds of information presented in the abstract below. For easy reference, the sentences are numbered. The verbs are also highlighted in green. Now, the title is How Do Characters Perceive Their World? Representation of Perception from Traditional Past Tense Narrative to Contemporary Present Tense Narrative by Eri Shigematsu. Okay, now as you can see, each sentence is numbered. I'll read this first. This paper investigates representation of perception in a novel. While many critics have great interests in the conceptual level of consciousness, namely characters' thoughts, they have paid little attention to the perceptual level of consciousness. Characters' perceptions are important as they often lead to their cognitive activities, making up their experiences described in narrative. The narrative technique for presenting perception that has been studied is what is called represented perception, a narrative technique for rendering a character's perceptions without explicitly indicating his or her act of perception. However, as in the case of thought representation, there are more ways to represent fictional perception according to the degree of immediacy. This paper suggests a linguistic paradigm for perception representation, examining more immediate and immediate ways of representing perception with some historical insights, and reveals the very importance of perception in the history of the novel. Okay, so this is the typical format of an abstract. Okay, it has, I think, about 200 or 250 words, and it is written in a paragraph. Okay, that's common. All right. Now, what I want to remind everyone, okay, what I want to remind you is that we in ERP, English for research purposes, we are not learning disciplines. Okay, we are not learning disciplines, but we are learning and studying how language is used in research articles. Okay, we are not learning. I mean, we are not um we are not focusing on the content of the research articles, but rather on the language use. Okay, we are focusing on the language use, as in how authors of different fields write their abstract or introduction or literature review or methods, results, or discussion, yada yada. So we are looking at the language use. Okay, language focus and not the content of the not the content. Okay, we're not taking a look at the content because I believe that there are disciplinary variations involved and you may not understand the jargons or the terms. Okay, so that's why we're not learning the content, we're learning how language is used, okay, in these sections. All right. Okay, so here is a summary of what each sentence does. Okay, for the first sentence, it is a statement about what the paper does. Okay, this is the general information, right? If you take a look at the flow of an abstract just now, okay, this is the general information, and a statement about how this paper is different. Okay, so, as you can see here, all right, the statement reads, while many critics have great interests in the conceptual level of consciousness, namely characters' thoughts, they have paid little attention to the perceptual level of consciousness. Now, this is what is called knowledge gap. All right, this is what is called a literature gap or a knowledge gap. Okay, why? Because it says that studies have done, have studies have many past studies have examined the conceptual level of consciousness, but there is not much study on the perceptual level of consciousness. So this is what the author, okay, Shigematsu Sang, okay, is working on. All right, this is what Eri Shigematsu is going to examine. All right, the author wants to examine the perceptual level of consciousness because this is an underexplored area. All right, studies have done conceptual level, so not many studies have done perceptual level. So the author wants to examine that perceptual level. Okay, so the author wants to bridge the gap. Okay, the author wants to fill that gap. Okay, this is called a knowledge gap. All right, you're doing something that other people have not done. Okay, you're doing something that other people have not done, and you want to contribute to something. You want to contribute something to the community or to the industry. Okay, so that's why there should be implications involved. Okay. Now, as for the third statement, it states the importance, okay, of the study and the explanation of the object of the study. All right, pay attention to this sentence. It is a complex sentence comprising three clauses. Okay, although this is stated in here, but I don't want to touch on complex sentences, complex structures first, because I don't want to bombard you with too much information. Okay, so I'll just focus on how on the flow, on the characteristics. Okay, basically what that section entails. All right, because we will further explore complex structures along the way. Okay, so that will be in a few more weeks to come. All right, but if I believe that you have knowledge of what complex structures are. Okay, so we just need to further polish our knowledge on that. Okay, as for the fifth statement here, okay, it is another gap to fulfill, but this time around it talks about it talks about what future research can do. Okay, because you're doing this study, for example, and of course there are limitations because all research, any research has limitations. Okay, regardless of how good that study is, it always has limitations. So these limitations come with implications or suggestions for future researchers to do. All right. So this is, recommendation of future research. And finally, the implication from this paper. All right. Implication here refers to contribution. For example, it suggests a linguistic paradigm, okay, examining more immediate and immediate ways of representing perception and reveals the varied importance of perception. Okay, now, so as you can see, this is the implication. All right. Now, all in all, the abstract, okay, the abstract section of a research article must have the general information, the specific information, or including the knowledge gap. All right. And the methodology. Okay. As you can see, the methodology is here. Yeah. Narrative technique. So this is the method employed. Okay. And there should also be some implications. Okay. Some results. Some presentation of results, the implications. Okay. And suggestions for further studies, for example, for further research. Okay. Now, if we take a look at the tenses, at the verbs, okay, now verbs investigates, lead, suggests, reveals, okay, these are all reporting verbs. Okay, there are actually many verbs, okay, such as like modal verbs, what else? Yeah, general verbs, okay, but I always encourage my students to just focus on reporting verbs because reporting verbs are so common in research, and so the analysis or reporting verbs can make your work easier. Okay, reporting verbs are words like investigates, explores, suggests. Okay, so I would encourage that you just take a look at these verbs to make it easier for you and for your analysis. All right. Okay, so these are two activities that we can do, but I'm not gonna do this activity here. All right, I'm not gonna do this activity here. So as you can see, we'll just take a look at the differences. Yeah, so you can see for text one, the abstract has headings. Okay, but for text two, the abstract is rather normal. Okay, it's rather common because it is just written in one paragraph. Okay, but we've talked about this just now, so I believe that you know that there is such a difference in abstract writing. All right, so I'm not gonna go further into these two activities here. Maybe, all right, maybe I will post this activity on forum discussion for your PTG next week. Okay, so I hope that you can manage. I hope that you can manage some time to do this activity. Okay, and that's it for the abstract. Okay, any questions so far? Any question on the abstract before we continue with the introduction?
No, doctor.
No,
Okay, anyone else? Anybody else?
No, doctor.
No question. Okay. All right. We have Jenny Blackpink, yeah, in our class. Okay. So yeah. All right. I love the way she speaks. Okay. I was kicked out. Okay. Now set to. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, doctor.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I was kicked out. I lost my internet connection just now, so I just rejoined. But tadi saya sebut pasal ni K-pop idol, terus saya kena kick out. Okay. So yeah, itulah kita jangan kacau K-pop idol lah. Okay, biar je dia orang diam-diam sana. Alright, so before we continue with the introduction, okay, let's take a quick 5-minute break and then we will continue with the introduction and literature review. So let's continue with the introduction. Considering that we're doing the introduction, I think I want to get to know you guys first. Okay, is that if that's okay with you? Um. Okay, so I think I will just share my screen here. Okay. All right. So can we get to know each other first? Yeah. Okay. Let's start with Zafira. Okay. She and I share the same name. Okay. So she's practically my sister. All right. Zafira, do people call you Zaf as well?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So you're Zaf 2.0. Where are you from, Zaf?
Putatan Kota Kinabalu, Sabah.
Oh, okay. So, okay. From Putatan KK. So you're engineering or TESOL?
Engineering.
Engineering. All right. Okay, Zaf. Thank you. Now,
Thank you.
Max. Okay. Our Jenny Blackpink. 안녕하세요.
Hi, doctor.
Okay, so Max, where are you from? What's your full name?
My name is Maxilan Gawang. I'm from Cebu, Sarawak.
Oh, all right. So just call you Max.
Yes, doctor.
Oh, okay. So why do you like Jenny of all other Blackpink members? Why not Lisa? Why not Rose? Why not Jisoo?
Uh, I don't really know.
What? You don't know? You don't know? I
Uh,
thought you're a bling.
I'm shy, madam. Sorry.
Yeah? What? Sorry, I can't hear you, Max.
Um, I just randomly choose this photo, doctor.
Oh. Or if you randomly choose that photo, Blinks will be so angry at you, you know. Okay, so all right. No, just kidding. Okay, you can pick any photo that you like. All right. So you're engineering or TESOL, Max?
Engineering, doctor.
Engineering as well. Okay, great. All right, nice meeting you. Okay, Shafiq. Napa kau tiada gambar, Shafiq?
Don't know, madam.
Yeah? I can't hear
I,
you, Shafiq.
no picture.
Why no picture?
I'm not Bling 50 or what the fan of Twice mean?
Oh, okay.
None of them. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Shafiq, where you from?
I'm from Papar, Sabah.
Oh, okay. Engineering or TESOL?
Also engineering.
Engineering. Kau ngantuk
Yes.
ka, Shafiq?
No.
Ah, okay.
Just wake up.
Just woke up. Oh,
Yes.
betua ko, ah. Okay, all right. All right. Okay, nice meeting you, Shafiq. Okay, Jeremy, where's your picture?
No picture, madam.
What?
Tiada picture.
Tiada picture. Kenapa tiada picture?
Malas meletak.
Kenapa malas?
Privacy kita.
Privacy?
Iya.
Oh, gambar artis pun tiada?
Tiada.
Oh, okay, Jeremy, where you from?
I'm from sini juga Sabah, Manggatal.
Oh, oh sini juga Sabah. Okay, all right. So engineering or TESOL, Jeremy?
Engineering.
Do people call you Jer ataupun Tan ataupun
Jer.
Amy?
Jer. Jer is fine.
Okay, Jer is fine. All right, thank you, Jeremy. Nice meeting you. Mei Lee, are you here?
Yes, Doctor.
Okay, hi Mei Lee. Nah, tengok ba si Mei Lee? Dia letak gambarnya. Mana ba gambar kamu semua ni? Sudah tidak on camera, gambar pun tiada. Si Max ada lagi gambar si Jenny. Okay, Mei Lee, where you from?
I'm from Sandakan.
Oh, all right. So, you're TESOL or engineering? Let me guess, TESOL, right?
Yes, Doctor.
Okay. All right. So, your first year, second year?
I'm in first year.
First year, I see. All right. Nice meeting you, Meili.
Nice meeting you too, Doctor.
Okay. Next, Eldrian. Macam mana mau kasih pesan ni ah? Dah dapat kan? Okay. Eldrian, right?
Yeah, hello. My name is Eldrian Isak.
Is this you ataupun ini kau punya idol juga?
Yeah, my idol, myself lah.
Oh, okay. Ngam. Okay, great. So, baguslah. You idolize yourself. That's great. Meaning you're confident. Okay, meaning that you have self-confidence. Okay.
Yeah.
What's your short name? I mean, your nickname.
Ian.
Ian.
Yeah,
Ian.
I
Okay,
am
Ian. Where you from?
from Sandakan.
From Sandakan. All right.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. So Jeremy and Ian are classmates, right? Ni si Jeremy bilang si Ian.
yeah, my classmate.
Oh, okay.
Jeremy.
Engineering as well lah kan?
Yeah, engineering.
Okay, nice meeting you, Ian.
Okay, nice meeting you too, Doctor.
Okay, ini lagi legend. Apa ni? Kau punya faculty kan ni?
No, Doktor.
Apa ni? Di mana ni?
PYB lah tu, Doktor.
Oh, ya, tengok dia mau ambil hati kan, dia tekan baby terus. Ini lain ni dia punya level ni. Okay, so Shaheen, how do
Yes,
people call you? Iin?
No, just Shah.
Just Shah. All right, where are you from, Shah?
Seremban English 9.
Oh, okay. Seremban Negeri Sembilan. All right. So engineering or TESOL?
Engineering.
Engineering, I see. First year or second year?
First year.
Okay. All right. Nice meeting you, Shah.
Yeah, me too, Doktor.
Okay, let's see. Siapa lagi? Belum ni. Iin, Zaf, Syafiq sudah. Ridwana.
Hello, Doctor.
Okay. People call you Wana or Rifi or what?
People usually call me Wana.
Wana. Okay, Wana, where's your picture, Wana?
I don't like to put pictures.
You don't like to put your own picture?
Yes,
Oh, okay. All right. It's okay. So engineering or TESOL?
engineering.
Okay. All right. First year, second year?
First year.
Okay. Where are you from, by the way?
I'm from KK.
From KK. All right. Okay. Nice meeting you, Wana.
Nice to meet you too, Doctor.
Nur Fazira, ini apa? Gambar buku kah ataupun gambar Quran kah ni?
Buku.
Oh, buku. Okay. How do I call you? Faz, Ira?
Fazira.
Oh, Fazira. Nah, terpaling TESOL tu dia bilang si Fatin. Okay. So you're TESOL student?
Yes.
Okay. So first year, second year?
First year.
Okay. All right. Nice meeting you, Faz. Sorry, apa? Ira, Fazira.
Nice
Fazira kan?
meeting you too. It's okay. Call me
Oh.
Faz. Also can.
Okay. All right. Okay, Hilmi. Are you here, Hilmi?
Yes.
Okay. Where's your picture?
That's my picture.
There's no picture. Itulah
The
Sabtu
letter M is
tanya.
good enough.
Kenapa tiada picture?
The letter M is good enough.
Oh, letter M is good enough, huh? Okay. All right. Dari kau sajalah, Hilmi. Where are you from?
I'm from Kinarut, Papar.
Kinarut Papar. Engineering or TESOL?
Engineering.
Engineering. All right. First year, second year.
First year.
Ada girlfriend sudah?
Terlampau banyak lah.
Oh,
Tidak
terlalu banyak sudah. No. Okay. Adalah nih calon-calon. Nanti kalau kamu back to campus, bolehlah kamu kenal-kenal sama si Hilmi ya. Okay, thank you Hilmi. Nice meeting you. Who else ya? Zulaidin. Oh, ramai lagi ni. Mari kita ice breaking dulu lah. Mengantuk bahasa. Jadi macam kita ice breaking dulu lah.
Okay.
Zulaidin, you
Yes,
here?
doctor. Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, where's your picture?
When you got friends that jokes too far, you rather not put them on.
What?
I have friends that likes to jokes, so it's precautions not to put my picture.
Oh, tidak ba begitu. Boleh ba letak gambar apa-apa pun. Okay, how do I call you? Zul? Aidin? Din?
Call me Zul.
Zul? Okay, you're engineering, Tessa?
Engineering, civil engineering.
Okay, where you from?
Just Keningau.
Keningau, alright. Alright, nice meeting you, Zul. Okay, Max. Oh, kita ada dua Max ini. Is it the same person?
Tidak, dokter.
Or not the same person?
Tidak. Yes. Not.
Yes or no?
No.
No? Okay. Ada dua Max. So ini Max Jenny Blackpink. Ini Max Blackpink lah. Kita panggil Max Black. Ada si Max Blackpink sama Max Lender. Ini Max juga kan?
Yeah. Max
Ah,
2.0.
Max 2.0. Tapi kau tidak gambar nih Max. Bagus kau letak gambar si Lisa Max.
Boleh juga lah nanti.
Okay. Jadi ada kawan si Max Jenny sini. Okay. Where are you from Max?
Kota Marudu.
Engineering or TESOL?
Engineering.
I see. Okay. First year, second year?
First year.
Okay. All right. Nice meeting you, Max.
You too, dokter.
Okay. Marianne.
Hi, doctor.
Hi. Are you an otaku?
No, please.
Okay. Because I see your profile picture here, so I thought you just like reading manga, is it?
It's an old interest. No longer interested in it. Maybe the profile picture is about like 7 years old already.
Oh, I see. So this was you back when you were 7 years younger.
Yeah.
Okay, so Marianne, how do I call you? Marie, Mary, or Anne?
You can call me Anne.
All right, Anne, where you're from?
I'm from Penampang.
Penampang. TESOL student, I guess.
No, I'm an engineering student.
Oh, engineering
Civil.
student. Okay. So first year, second
Yeah,
year.
I'm in the first year.
All right. Okay. Nice meeting you, Marianne.
Nice meeting you.
Anne, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now, kau lah. Ni nasi kau lah ni.
Hi, doctor.
Hi, legend betul lah. Ini gambar. Okay, so kau lah, how do I call you?
Just call me Kaula.
Kau lah. Okay, where are you from, kau lah?
KK.
Okay, all right. So engineering or TESOL?
Engineering doctor.
Engineering, all right. Okay, so nice meeting you, kau lah.
Nice to meet you too, doctor.
Tapi kenapa kau pilih gambar ni? Mengantuk kah?
I just like the picture, doctor.
Oh, okay, because it's relatable, right?
Yes.
So, yeah. Okay, thanks, Kaula. Kenny, are you here, Kenny?
Yes, doctor.
Okay, kenapa gambar penguin, Kenny?
Random picture.
Random picture. Okay, so do I call you Kenny or Joshua?
Kenny
Kenny, where are you from?
from Ranau.
From Ranau. Okay. Engineering or TESOL?
Engineering.
All right, engineering, yeah. Okay, nice meeting you, Kenny.
You too, doctor.
Joel, is Joel here?
Yes,
Kamu
doctor.
ni kenal ni. Jadi jangan kamu mengantuk-mengantuk. Kalau kamu mengantuk-mengantuk, saya mengantuk juga. Okay, Joel. What's your name? What's your name pula? Tengok. Kan, where are you from?
I'm from KK, doctor.
Kenapa tiada gambar kau sini, Joel?
The anonymous online.
Oh, anonymous online. Okay.
Yes, doctor.
Engineering or TESOL again?
Chemist, doctor.
Yes?
Chemist.
Chemist?
Yes, doctor. My faculty is Science and Natural Resource.
Oh, okay. So you're not engineering or TESOL?
Yes, doctor.
Oh, I see. Okay, thank you, Joel. Letak ba gambar? Macam si Jeremy juga nemu tak gambar. Okay, ini JC Dandy. Okay, let me guess. This anime character is from Bleach bahkan?
Yes,
Bleach,
doctor.
Bleach, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So JC, is this your name, JC, ataupun ini macam nickname?
It's my family name actually, but yeah, you can call me JC also.
Oh, okay. So usually you go by JC or Dandy?
JC.
JC. Okay. Where are you from, JC?
I'm from Keningau.
Okay. Engineering or TESOL or other courses, other programs?
I'm engineering student, doctor.
Okay. All right. First year or second year? Yeah.
First year.
I see. All right. Nice meeting you, JC.
Nice to meet you also, doctor.
Izzat. Oh, Izzat. Mana ba gambar kau ni, Izzat?
Malu, dokter.
Yan kau malu-malu, Izzat. Kau ada girlfriend sudah?
Belum, masih mencari.
Nah, itulah letak gambar baru kau dapat cari. Kalau kau ndak tergambar, kau ndak jumpa.
Oh iya, kan betul, dokter. Nanti saya cari yang hitam.
Ya, bagus-bagus tak gambar. Okay, Izzat, where are you from?
I'm from Lad.
What? Where?
Dokter.
Sorry, can't hear you. Di mana?
I'm from Ladat.
Oh, that too. Okay, so engineering or TESOL?
I'm engineering with Ian and Jeremy.
First year?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, alright. So, letak gambar Izzat, jangan malu-malu. Tiada juga apa tu.
Okay, dokter.
Okay, nice meeting you, Izzat. Okay, Ivy, are you here?
Yes, hi, doctor.
Hi. Okay, so ini your picture kan ni?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. So where are you from?
Penampang.
Penampang. Engineering or TESOL?
Engineering.
Engineering. First year juga?
Yes.
I see. Okay. So ada boyfriend sudah? Still looking? Ataupun it's complicated?
It's complicated, doctor.
Oh, it's complicated. Oh, okay. Itulah, kalau it's complicated, jangan kasih lama. Sama ada diteruskan atau diputuskan saja tu.
Okay, doctor.
Okay, alright. Nice meeting you, Ivy.
Okay, you too.
Okay, Fatin.
Hi,
Putus atau
doctor.
terus? Miss Izzat bilang putus atau terus. Ivy, janganlah kau memendam rasa terlampau lama. Okay, Fatin. Where's Fatin? Is it
Hi,
is
doctor. Yeah,
okay, where
that's
are you
me.
from?
I'm from Kuala Lumpur.
Oh, okay. So you're back at your hometown now ataupun di KK?
Yes, hometown.
Oh, okay. Hometown. Berbuka puasa jam 7:30 lah kan?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But it's okay. All right. So engineering or TESOL? TESOL, right?
Yeah, TESOL.
TESOL, I see. First year.
Yep, first year.
Okay. Ada boyfriend sudah?
Ada.
Oh, ada sudah. Okay, guys. Fatin dah available ah. Alright, guys. Yang guys ni, si Fatin dah available. So, kalau kamu mau try yang lain lah. Okay, nice meeting you, Fatin.
Thank you, doctor. Nice seeing you too.
Okay, Ian sudah. Dorothy. Okay, Dorothy.
Hi, doctor.
Hi, Dorothy. But by the way, guys, is it okay that we do this or you want to continue sebab takut macam bong masak kah kali? Tidak.
Okay je.
Ya, okay ah. Ya, itulah. So kalau kita cakap pasal study saja mengantuk bahkan. Okay, so Dorothy, how do I call you? Dora or Dorothy?
You can call me Dora.
Dora. Okay, where are
Yeah.
you from, Dora?
I'm from Ranau,
Ranau, I see. So you're TESOL or engineering?
engineering student.
Engineering. First year?
Yeah.
First year juga?
Yeah, first year juga.
Okay, where's your picture, Dora?
Don't have.
Don't have why?
I prefer that way.
You prefer that way?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. So you like to keep it private lah ni?
Yes.
Oh, yang ini pun macam kalau ada boyfriend pun bilang tiada boyfriend tapi ada begitu kan?
Tidaklah, dokter.
Dah begitu. Okay, nice meeting you, Dora.
You
Okay,
too.
next Cliffy Carl Morris.
Hello, doctor.
Hello, how do I call you? Cliff or Carl or Morris?
Cliffy or Cliff is fine.
Oh, okay. Kenapa kau pakai gambar yang ada mas?
Dok, ni gambar time PKP lagi kena suruh
Oh,
letak.
oh okay. Kau rindu juga PKP di rumah?
Tidak, bosan.
Tidak macam apa aktiviti time PKP ya? Kalau time kamu dulu study kah? Ataupun apa?
Di main game, eat, sleep, play, repeat.
Oh, okay. Yalah kan sebab everyone at home. So,
Ya, Dok.
tapi kau move on lah dari PKP ya, Cliffy, sebab tidak sudah orang pikir pasal PKP ni. Boleh sudah kau tukar kau punya gambar.
Oke, dokter.
Okay, you're from KK?
Ya,
Okay, engineering or TESOL?
engineering.
Engineering. Okay, ada girlfriend, boyfriend sudah?
Ada.
Oh, ada
Tidak
sudah.
boyfriend.
Oh, okay. Tapi single not available, taken not available lah ni.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So guys, si Cliffy taken sudah ah. Alright, thank you Cliffy. Nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you too, doctor.
Okay, Azrin.
Hello, doctor.
Hello, where are you from?
I'm from Papar.
Papar. Okay, namamu ni Azrin Azahari as in memang your name ka or your dad's name ni?
Yeah, my name.
Oh, okay. So call you Azrin or Azahari?
Azrin again.
Azrin?
Yeah.
Oh, engineering?
Yeah, I'm engineering.
Oh, Azrin single and looking for candidate. Nah, betul kan eh?
Susah
Betul
kalau
kan?
gitu.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Alright. Dah ada ni jumpa. Nanti Azrin kau letaklah gambar kau. Jadi yang lain boleh silik-silik.
Okay, dokter.
Alright, nice meeting you Azrin. Anis,
Hello, doctor.
where's your picture Anis?
There is picture actually. No icon picture.
Oh, okay. Ini kan kalau macam orang yang dulu dia ada gambar dia kan lepas tu tiba-tiba tiada gambar ni biasa bergaduh sama boyfriend ni. Ya. Okay, Anis, where you from?
Kota Belut.
Kota Belut. Okay. TESOL engineering?
Engineering.
Oh, okay. So, first year or second year?
First year.
First year, I see. Okay. So, Anis boleh sudah letak gambar ah?
Alright, doctor.
Okay. Alright, Andrew. Hi, Andrew. Andrew? Is Andrew here?
Yeah. Hello, doctor.
Okay. Andrew, where are you from?
I'm from Selangor.
From Selangor?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Your course apa? Engineering or TESOL?
Engineering, doctor.
Engineering. First year
Yeah.
juga lah ni?
Yeah, first year.
Which part of Selangor are you, yeah?
In Shah Alam.
Shah Alam?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So call you Andrew or
Andrew.
Andrew, all right. Okay, Andrew. What cartoon is that, Andrew? Your picture?
No, it's just a drawing of an axolotl.
Did you draw this?
No, I got it from the internet. It's just
I,
like a placeholder.
oh, okay. All right. Nice meeting you, Andrew.
Thank you, doctor.
Amin. Is it Amin or Emin?
Amin, doctor.
Oh, okay. Amin Yasman Tanjiro, right?
Yeah, from
Oh,
Demon
okay.
Slayer.
Okay. So kau minat lah ni si Tanjiro ni.
Yeah, sangat-sangat.
Kenapa kau ndak minat si Zenitsu?
It's kinda weak.
Oh, kenapa kau ndak letak gambar si Muzan je?
Well, I'm not into evil character.
Oh, okay. The Hashira training arc, I think premieres 12 May, kan?
Yes, doctor. It
Yeah,
was
so
very good.
yeah, because si apa ni? Siapa tu nama adik dia? Si Nezuko kan?
Yeah.
Dia boleh bercakap sudah. So yeah, memang I follow this Kimetsu anime because I like the animation, especially yang the latest. What's the latest arc? What's the previous arc tu ya? Apa?
Sword
Before
Village.
Hashira. Apa? Ya. Yang Sword Village tu kan?
Yeah.
Ya, dia punya apa animation tu memang very very outstanding lah. Macam very besar sudah budgetnya.
Yes.
Okay, so how do I call you?
Amin is fine, doctor.
Okay, engineering?
No, I'm a TESOL student.
Oh, where are you from?
I'm from Sandakan.
Oh, okay. You're from Sandakan. Okay, so first year also. I think all of you are first year, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, all right. I'm in Tanjiro. So, gambate kudasai. Okay, I'll see you around. Nice meeting you, Amin. Alia.
Hello, doctor.
Okay, yang ini kan kalau kamu nampak gambar dia K-pop gini kan kamu hati-hati ya. Sebab most likely kalau kamu couple dengan dia, dia lagi sayang ini lelaki daripada kamu.
Yeah.
Okay, Alia, who's this guy?
He's Mark Lee from NCT.
Sections of a research article. We've talked about abstract just now. Okay, so we've talked about abstract and what it does. So it provides like an overview of the research. Now, on to the introduction and the literature review. The introduction sets the stage for the research report. There may be various types of information presented in the introduction, but what information is selected depends on many factors, such as the research aim, the methodology, or even the expected outcome of the research. All right, so the introduction is likewise and is the most important section, I may say, because it sets the pace. Okay, it somehow sets the pacing for your study. You know, because it introduces your research, okay, particularly what it's about, to your readers. All right, and this includes all information, all the necessary information. Okay, and that's why even the methodology, the expected research outcome, they are included in the introduction as well. Okay, but in some cases, the methodology is not included, which is okay, because you will detail the methodology in the methodology section anyway. All right, but yeah, in some cases, some researchers would just indicate their methodology in the introduction, because some authors, some researchers, they don't want to keep repeating information. Okay, say if the methodology has been has been mentioned in the abstract, some researchers would find it not necessary to talk about the methodology again in the introduction, because the methodology section is the space for that purpose. Okay, so yeah, it depends. All right, the writing of the introduction depends. Now, besides the title, the author, and the abstract, the introduction also plays a vital role in attracting readers to read the whole research report. Okay, like I said just now. Okay, so these are types of information found in the introduction. First, statement and explanation of research purposes, current understandings relevant to the research topic, all right, past research that has shaped current understanding, brief introduction to the framework or methodology employed in the current research, or a statement of research aim or even questions, all right? So these are general things or the common components that you will find in the introduction. Okay, so basically it's like an introduction. It has the statement, it has the explanation of what the purpose is about, so what the research is about, the current understanding, past studies included as well, okay, including the framework or methodology, all right? Now, the types of information may be introduced through different moves. Moves may be the steering of or navigation of the readers towards certain information through effective use of words or even conveyance of meanings. Now, moves are a linguistic, moves are a rhetorical device in the realm of linguistics. Okay, so we know that moves as a noun are, like moves, right? But in the realm of linguistics or the study of language, moves are something else. It's like a rhetorical device. Okay, so let's take a look at what kinds of moves are there. Okay, now if we go to our course handbook, all right, let's go to our course handbook here. All right. The introduction of a research report should state and explain the purpose. To do this, the introduction should situate where the current research report fits in. What this means is the research report should be described in relation to its research field. So it's important to provide some background information or the research context. Background information or the research context can be important information from past research or important developments in the discipline. The introduction may also mention the theoretical framework used, and in some cases, the methodology may be briefly stated. All right. The introduction will end with the research aim and or research questions and or hypothesis. The research aim is a statement of what the research intends to achieve. This is done by explaining how the current research may have an impact on the larger field. The research question, on the other hand, is the specific question that the research wants to address. There can be more than one research question, right? Some journals prefer research questions to be stated explicitly. Hypotheses may also be included. These are predictions made based on a synthesis of existing research reports. All right, some journals may require research reports to prepare a short paragraph that outlines the whole paper. Now, again and again, this depends on journals, right? This depends on the kind of journals that researchers want to submit or publish their work in. Yeah. These are the common components of an introduction, which you can use similar to the abstract just now for your analysis of the project paper. All right. Now, the introduction should have the wider research context, specific research area, theoretical model used in the current research, the research aim. All right. But you need to remember that hypothesis. All right. If you see articles with hypothesis, with hypothesis being proposed, then you will know right away that that study is quantitative. All right. Because quantitative research relies on hypothesis because they will involve, like statistics, like all the empirical results and whatnot. And so hypotheses are involved and needed in that sense. Okay, because they are going to test hypothesis on whether this relationship is significant or insignificant, etc. And this is most commonly applied in quantitative studies. All right. The rest of the research paper should be linked to the introduction. So when writing the research report, it is always a good idea to revisit the introduction to make sure that what you're writing reflects what you started out with. Okay, now, just like the abstract, the introduction also contains different types of information, and the information is presented through moves. Now, this is where we go further into what moves are. Okay, moves may be understood as functional units that fulfill the communication genre of a text, according to Cortes 2012. Okay, now these are some common moves for the introduction. All right. Based on Swell's 2004 Create a Research Space Model, also known as CARS model. Okay, this is known as CARS model, yeah, CARS. The CARS model has three moves. Okay, the CARS model has three moves. Move one, all right. Okay. But before I go further into the move, I'll give you 1 minute. All right. 1 minute to read the moves here. Okay. To read, to read this. All right. To read what this model is about. Okay. Just 1 minute. Yeah. Okay. So I believe that you've read this. All right. Now, the CARS model is often used to identify moves. This is more common in the linguistics realm, but I believe that you can apply this actually to your analysis because it helps you with your analysis of the sections. Okay, the sections of research articles, including the introduction section. Now, if you take a look at move one, okay, move one is topic generalizations of increasing specificity. Okay, that's move one. Now, this move is realized by two steps. All right, indicating centrality by showing importance, prevalence, etc., and or providing background information using definitions or explanations of ideas or concepts to facilitate comprehension. Now, these are steps, and these steps are used to realize move one. Okay, these steps are used to realize move one. Okay, so it can either include either one or both. All right, that's first. Now, second, move two is establishing a niche. Now, move two is realized by three steps indicating a gap. Okay, so we've talked about knowledge gap just now or research gap. So the first step to establishing a niche is indicating a gap, adding to what is known, or and presenting positive justification related to real world problems. All right, it's the same thing. Okay, because either one can be used to realize move two. Either one can be used to establish a niche. Okay, now move three, there are only three moves, yeah, in the CARS model. Okay, so move three, it's called presenting the present work with citations involved, perhaps. Okay, now these are realized by a few moves, okay, more than the first two moves here. This move three, is realized by announcing present research descriptively and or purposively, presenting research questions or hypotheses, okay, definitional clarification, summarizing methods, announcing principal outcomes, stating the value of the present research, and outlining the structure of the paper. Now, the last three steps here are applicable, okay, are probable in some fields, but what's most, the most common ones are 1 until 4. Okay, the 4 steps for realizing move 3. Okay, I think it's still quite confusing. All right, because I know that you're not familiar with such convention, right? Because what the only moves you know are just the general moves or dance moves, for example, but not moves for the introduction, right? So when analyzing later, if you want to analyze your selected research article, okay, if say you want to analyze the introduction section, okay, you can use this model for your analysis. Okay, you can use this model for your analysis. Now let's go further into the text here, the example. Right, let me just check if I still have my battery. Okay, still got 21%. Okay, now let us consider the moves in the following excerpt taken from the introduction of a published research report, Introductions in Research Articles, Variations Across Disciplines by B. Samraj 2002 in the English for Specific Purposes Journal. The sentences are numbered for easy reference. All right, now I'll read this for you. Over the last 20 years, a large number of studies on academic writing have been devoted to the research article, in particular its structure, social construction, and historical evolution. A number of these studies have concerned themselves with the overall organization of various parts of the research article, such as the introduction, the results sections, discussions, and even the abstracts that accompany the research articles. Various lexicogrammatical features of the research article, or RA, have also been explored, ranging from tense choice to citation practices. Beyond the textual structure of this genre, research has also focused on the historical development of the research article and the social construction of this genre. Okay, now as you can see, each sentence is numbered. Let's take a look at a summary of what each sentence does. All right, the first sentence, historical context is given, so information about what is being investigated in research articles is provided. Okay, that's first sentence. Now, the second sentence, it shows what different studies look at, such as the overall organization of various parts of the research article. Okay, as for the third sentence, more information about the field is given by stating that besides parts of the research article, studies also looked at various lexicogrammatical features. All right, additional information is given in sentence 4 by mentioning that some studies have also looked at the historical development of the research article. Now, this paragraph, okay, this excerpt, all in all, okay, it reflects move 1. Okay, it reflects move 1, topic generalizations of increasing specificity, where the researcher shows how prevalent the research area is, along with some explanation. Now, if we take a look at the model here, all right, we know that move 1 is realized by 2 steps. Okay, move 1 is realized by 2 steps. So if we take a look at the first sentence, all right, we know that this is step 1, okay, indicating centrality. Okay, the same goes for move 2, sorry, the same goes for sentence 2 here. All right, because it further shows importance of doing the study. All right, and there's also background information provided. All right. Now, you may confuse this with a research gap because it talks about how various lexicogrammatical features have been explored, right? But try not to confuse it with that, because this is rather obvious. We know that this is still like further justification. Okay, there is no gap highlighted because this statement does not include any instance of telling the reader what the study is going to do, as opposed to the past studies. All right. This is still merely presentation of information. Okay. This is not a gap. All right. The same goes for sentence 4 here. Okay. It provides additional information. So it relates to here. Okay. Using definitions, explanations of ideas or concepts. All right. So as you can see in this excerpt, in particular, overall, it only involves move one because each of the sentences you see is realized by the steps in move one, okay, by the steps under move one. So this is still move one in particular, all right? Now, if we take another look at another example here, this is quite long, all right? So this is text 4. The excerpt is taken from the second paragraph of the introduction of a published research report titled Characterization of the Prevailing Multi-Drug Pseudomonas aeruginosa Strains from Surgical Wound Using 16S rRNA Sequencing Technique by Abibudefe, Yudogadi, and Hakim. Okay, I don't know how to pronounce these names, so saya yakinkan saja. Okay, this was published in 2021 by the Malaysian Journal of Medical Sciences. Now, this is how you pronounce Pseudomonas aeruginosa, yeah, Pseudomonas aeruginosa, okay, whatever that is, okay. The sentences are lettered for easy reference. Okay, Pseudomonas aeruginosa, P. aeruginosa, is a gram-negative bacterium. It is non-sporous, motile, and a facultative anaerobe. It is accountable for a wide range of diseases in both humans and animals. Generally, P. aeruginosa is an opportunistic and nosocomial infectious organism that could develop infections in burns, injuries, surgical wounds, and in immunocompromised subjects. Incidences of P. aeruginosa infections are on the rise worldwide due to their mechanisms of survival, adaptation, and resistance to different types of antibiotics. Wound infection caused by P. aeruginosa is considered a major cause of morbidity and mortality. The immense use of routine broad-spectrum antibiotics has increased the resistance of P. aeruginosa to clinical drugs, which has led to serious therapeutic problems. Thus, timely and precise diagnosis is essential for proper treatment and also to control future disease outbreaks. A wide range of diagnostic methods have been established for P. aeruginosa identification. They include phenotypic method, electrochemical techniques such as enzyme-linked immunosorbent assay, and molecular methods such as polymerase chain reaction, PCR, real-time PCR, and particularly 16S DNA sequencing. Despite the existing and extensive reports on the prevalence of P. aeruginosa in hospital environments, there is still a positive research finding on molecular identification of multi-drug P. aeruginosa strains from surgical wounds, particularly in Benin City, Nigeria. Therefore, the present study sought to identify prevailing multi-drug P. aeruginosa strains from the surgical wound using the 16S rRNA sequencing technique. Now, what the hell is this? All right, so this is long. Okay, I'm actually not I'm not well versed with, with scientific texts. Okay, I enjoy reading them. Okay, I enjoy reading scientific texts. I mean, I enjoy reading them, but I don't enjoy not understanding them. Okay, so yeah, it's win-win. All right, but since we are looking at how language is used and written, so we can, let's just enjoy this together. All right. Now, here is a summary of what each sentence does. Okay, so if we take a look at B to C, I mean at A to C or A to D, all right, some information about the main topic being discussed in the paper. Okay, the sentence structure is simple. Like I said, I won't touch into um, sentence structures yet, so you can just have a read here yourself. Okay, sentence B, more information is given. C, more information is given, but there are some syntax, not syntax, some what's it called? Yeah, devices used. Okay, like the prepositions. Okay, for example. All right, but all in all, it's still providing information. The same goes for D. Okay, even E as well. Okay, even F, even G. All right, but the kind of information, I mean, with more, although more information is provided, but if you take a look at each and every, at each and every sentence, they're quite different. All right, because different moves are being employed. Okay. All right. But okay, if you take a look at J, okay, at J here, okay, let's see J. They include phenotypic method techniques. Okay, I think this is not a gap. I think the gap is K. All right. I think maybe I need to do some correction here, but K is actually the gap. All right, K is the gap. Why? Because it says, despite the existing and extensive reports on the prevalence of P. aeruginosa in hospital environments, there is still a positive research finding on molecular identification of multi-drug P. aeruginosa strains, yada yada. All right, now, this is obviously a research gap. All right, because it says that studies have done that, studies have done this, but studies have yet to do this and that. So you're doing that. So you are fulfilling that research gap. Okay, indicating a gap is a step under move to. Okay, it's called indicating a gap. I mean, it's a step for establishing a niche. All right, so all in all, as you can see here, both move one and move two are involved. Okay, and if you take a look at each of the sentences, you will see that there is no cyclicity. Okay, what is meant by cyclicity here? It means that the structuring of these move or steps, they're not based on order. Okay, because in some cases you will see that the introduction starts right away with the knowledge gap, with indicating the knowledge gap. So that's move two. And then they will, after indicating the knowledge gap, only then they will provide like general or specific information related to the study. And then that's move one. Okay, and then in some cases it continues further with move two again, and then move three, and then move one again. So this is what is called non-cyclicity. Okay, there is no specific order to that. All right. The same goes for steps as well. Okay. The same goes for steps. There's no cyclicity for steps because you can actually, it can be realized by any step. Okay. And what's most, the interesting part is, okay, what's interesting is that these authors, when writing this, okay, when they wrote this, for instance, paragraph, okay, they do not have these moves in mind. Okay, they're not writing this with these moves in mind. In fact, they don't even have knowledge about moves and whatnot at all. Okay, they simply just write, just write their piece in line with the convention of their, the convention of the journal, the convention of their discipline or field. So they just write it their own way. Okay, but it is up to us to analyze how it's written. It is up to us to see and analyze how language is used, how it's written based on the move model just now, based on the cars model. All right. So are you with me? Is it clear?
Yes, doctor.
Okay, so if you're not sure about anything, do not hesitate to ask me. All right. Okay. I have one simple question. If you see the except here, you will see that each sentence, right, ends with numbers. Okay. For example, 4. For example, 5, 6, 7, 8. What else? 14, 15. Okay. What does this number constitute? What are these numbers? Anyone?
Reference punya number.
Yes, exactly. Okay, these are all citations or references, okay, based on the reference list. All right, this goes back again to requirement of different journals. Okay, this journal the Malaysian Journal of Medical Sciences, it requires that citations are numbered like this. All right, citations are numbered. Okay, but in some other journals, like the English for Specific Purposes journal, okay, the citations are directly like this. Okay, these are the example. I mean, this is the example of in-text citations. Swells 1991, Thompson 1993, right? Selgemeier 1990. All right, so this is more like the requirement of different journal. Okay, so we know that how how an article is written or how an article is written depends on the requirement to publish in a certain journal. Okay, so that's the difference. Okay, so okay, now all in all, the excerpt from the introduction above reflects move 1 and move 2, where the researchers explain what P. aeruginosa is and what else needs to be researched about it, and also why. Okay, so we've talked about the in-text citations, right? All right, so yeah, this this all boils down to the requirement of each journal. All right. Okay, now let us continue with the literature review. Okay. These are samples of annotated references. All right. I have to remind you again that the literature review is sometimes included in the introduction section, or sometimes they are separated. Okay, like this one here. Okay, this is the introduction, and this is the literature review. So as you can see, the two sections are separated. In some cases, however, the introduction is just the introduction and then continuing with the methodology, meaning all literature review, okay, whatever is related to the literature will be included in the introduction section. Okay, which I personally prefer when writing when writing articles. I would prefer that the literature review is integrated into the introduction, because it does not, it helps me synthesize the literature better. Okay, that's me. Okay, now let's take a quick look at the literature review. Okay. Oh, my battery mabis sudah. All right, it's okay. Okay. So the literature review, okay, like I said, it is combined and sometimes it is separated, but either way, it's fine. Okay, besides offering a review of the literature, this component of the research report also aims to offer information that serves as the basis for the conceptual framework of the study. For example, knowledge, behavior, and attitude. Okay, you have three variables, right? And you want to see how these three variables influence service quality, for example. Okay, so with this is your conceptual framework. Okay, this should be a conceptual framework. So your literature review should be related to that, to the variables in the framework. Yeah. All right. It also seeks to identify and expound on gaps or the need for further research. The literature review should not just be a list of related studies. It needs to be synthesized. Okay, so what does synthesis mean? What does synthesis mean? All right, now when reviewing the literature, okay, you should not just present, you should not just review, you should not just present, okay, related studies and call it a review. Okay, but you need to synthesize the studies. Can anyone tell me, okay, can anyone tell me what does synthesis mean? Anyone? From your own perspective and your own understanding, yeah, what is meant by synthesis in the literature review? Anyone?
Can I try?
Yep, sure.
Is it like combining different ideas?
Combining.
So you create something new?
Yes, it's almost like that. Okay, you are combining different ideas. Okay, it's combining different ideas to create something new and support what is being proposed. Okay, so that is what synthesis mean in literature review. Okay, now a common rhetorical strategy used to organize information in the literature review is by means of compare and contrast, by looking at what is similar and what is not similar. All right. Okay, now so let's take a look at the handbook again. Right, let's take a look at the handbook here. Okay, now the characteristics of a literature review. Okay, I've briefed this. All right, now in the literature review, the authors will present and discuss other related works and research in terms of clarifying where the current research is being conducted. Okay, so a literature review should avoid presenting information descriptively. Instead, it should be written and structured in a way to persuade readers that the current research is important and needs to be carried out. Now, this is why you shouldn't treat literature review like a means of presenting past studies. No, you should review the past studies. You should actually review the literature. Okay, and to do this, information taken from relevant and reliable sources must be synthesized. Okay, which means that information must be compared and contrasted to draw out meanings that will help readers understand the current research. All right, so this is what is meant by synthesis. Okay, combining ideas, creating a new idea, and support that proposition. Okay, and that's why you need to compare and contrast information. Okay, now if we take a look at the if we take a look at this example here. Okay, this is my cue. All right, this is my cue. Okay, kosa baca. All right, text 5. Determine how information is synthesized in this excerpt, which is taken from numerical investigation of aerodynamic characteristics of hyperloop system using optimized capsule design by Prakash Chandra Roy, Arafat Rahman, and Miranjan Helder, published in the International Journal of Automotive and Mechanical Engineering. All right, so now the Hyperloop is considered to be the next generation mode of transportation whose basic concept is similar to Oste's patented ETT system. A standard train and a Hyperloop system differ primarily in two ways. The Hyperloop capsule is meant to float or levitate and propel itself using magnetic levitation or magnetically levitated high-speed capsules or pods that travel inside a partially evacuated tube. Likewise, compared to other existing transportation systems, the Hyperloop system offers advantages in terms of clean energy, speed, weather flexibility, and environmental impact, as the entire system is built to endure extreme weather and natural disaster-induced tremors. To ensure a sustainable environment, the Hyperloop is powered by solar panels mounted on the tops of tunnels. The suspension of the Hyperloop pod is supported by today's electromagnetic suspension system and the high temperature superconducting suspension system, HTS, to accelerate the high speed scheme. All right, now if you take a look at this excerpt here, all right, if you take a look at the first sentence, the Hyperloop is considered the next generation mode of transportation. Basic concept is similar to Oster's patented EDT system. All right, as you can see at the end here is a citation, right? This is a citation, meaning the entire sentence here is not directly, I mean, the entire sentence is directly based on this study. All right. So these researchers, they cite what has been stated in reference 1, for example. All right, this is exactly what has been stated in reference 1. So perhaps they paraphrase it or something and they cite it. Okay, because you can't copy paste, right? You can't plagiarize. So you need to paraphrase information. Okay, now, on the other hand, if you take a look at the last sentence here, all right, as you can see, there are two citations involved. Okay, there are two citations involved. Okay, the suspension of the Hyperloop pod is supported by today's EMS, okay, study 2, and the high temperature superconducting suspension system, HTS, to accelerate the high speed scheme. Now, this entire sentence is the researcher's new idea, okay, new idea, but based on the combination of ideas from these two studies. Now, this is what we call synthesis in literature review, okay? You don't just present findings of past studies, but rather you take their findings, okay, and you combine them and you synthesize them and you come up with your own proposition. All right, that's what we call synthesis in the literature review. Now, your selected research papers later, okay, take a look at the literature review. Okay, for example, if there is no synthesis of the literature, you can actually note that as your critic. Okay, you can actually analyze it that way. All right. Now, as for text six, okay, it's quite long, but more or less it's the same. Okay, because the point is to make you, the point is to enlighten you on how the literature review is synthesized. Okay, so yeah, when it comes to using the CARS model, okay, because the literature review is often included in the introduction, so you can use the CARS model to analyze the introduction. However, if the literature review is written in a separate section, then make sure that you are focusing only on the introduction. Okay, because I'm not sure if the CARS model is applicable to the literature review section as a separate section or not. Okay, but to be safe, make sure that the CARS model is applied to the introduction section in particular. All right. So, any question? Anyone? Any question? Any questions so far?
No,
So
doctor.
far, so good.
All right, so far so good, yeah. Okay, so we have covered the important ones. Okay, the abstract, the literature review, the introduction. Okay, actually we need to cover one more on verbs, but I believe that all of you are familiar with verbs, right? You guys know what verbs are, right? Kata kerja.
Yes.
Anyone here doesn't know what a verb is? No, right? I think all of you are familiar with verbs. So I'll just briefly, just briefly go through the slides with you. But as for the handbook, if you want to read further on verbs, you can find it here. Oops. Right, moment, yeah. Oh, typo. Okay, you can find it here. Okay, page 34. You can do your own reading here. Basically, it's the same thing. All right, but I'll just walk with you on the slides. Okay, you can also do the activity, yeah, for your further revision. All right. Verbs are important for reporting research. That's why I want you to focus on reporting verbs, okay, rather than other types of verbs, okay, to make it easier for your analysis. Verbs help describe the state of something and even the research process. Now, so if you take a look at this table here, okay, these are examples of disciplines and these are the verbs identified in these particular disciplines. But personally, I think verbs are verbs, verbs are verbs. So regardless of disciplines, they're still serving the same purpose. Okay, now these are all reporting verbs, yeah? For example, say, suggest, argue, claim, point out, hold, think, describe, note, analyze, discuss, what else? Explain, show, find, demonstrate, propose, observe, develop, publish, give, okay, expand. All right, so these are all reporting verbs. Now, to be safe, okay, for your project paper, I mean, for your research article analysis, for your project paper assignment, all right, you need to also identify verbs. Okay, so make sure that you identify verbs as they are. Okay, verbs, reporting verbs. Okay, because they're easier to notify, they're easier to identify in research articles.
All right. However, you need to also note that verb tenses shift across the research report depending on, depending on what is presented. Okay. When deciding what tense to use, it is best to see what type of information is being presented and the intention of reporting information. For example, if you want to report a finding from a previous research, you need to use the past tense. Okay, because these past studies have done their studies, so you need to use the past tense considering that the studies have been done. Okay, the same goes for reporting on the methodology. Okay, even if it's your own research, because you have already carried out the methods, the methodology necessary for your study, then it needs to be based on past tense as well. Okay, whatever that's happened in the past, use past tense. Okay, but if you're reporting about the current research, as in what's happening now, as in the routines or facts, you need to use the present tense. Okay, present tense such as suggest, show, past tense such as suggested and showed, okay, or demonstrated. All right. However, when you're presenting predictions, such as in the conclusion section, you need to use the future tense, okay, because you are only predicting what is gonna be, what's gonna be done in the future. So it has not happened yet. All right. So it's not happening now. It's not happening before. So you need to use the future tense, such as will suggest, will show, will demonstrate. Okay. Now, when it comes to the use of verbs, tenses are necessary. So you better keep that in mind. All right. Okay. So I believe that's it on verbs. Any question? Any question? Anyone?
No.
No,
No.
doctor.
Okay. Semua no question. Sebab semua mau habis sudah. Alright, so okay. Wait, before I end the session, let me just share with you your attendance links. Okay, one moment, please. All right, everyone, I have given you the links for your attendance links. Okay, two links, yeah, there are two links. One for last week, week 2, and another one for today, week 3. Make sure that you sign both links and make sure that you check if the system has recorded your attendance. Okay, make sure that you sign and confirm because the system sometimes sort tiba-tiba. Okay, so we don't want that softness of the system. All right, so please check. Okay, please double check. All right, don't forget to sign your attendance. And don't forget to upload your course registration and wet slips. If you want to drop the course, you still have time. Okay, if you want to drop lah. Okay, so okay, but please make sure that you are Muet Ben 4 and above, yeah, because you need to be Muet Ben 4 and above to enroll into the course.
Okay, guys, don't forget to uh don't forget to submit your MUET and okay, hari ini